Traders, let's talk about how to be profitable. And this is for both profitable traders na wale waku and those that make the broker rich. So this is what actually I realized, and my journey as a trader. I know you guys know me as a derivative trader or retail trader, mostly on derivative, and I actually started trading forex around. I think my first trade in 2020, but I did not know anything. I just thought, oh, there is something called forex. Downloaded the broker. I was using Xness, deposited like 800 bob, and it was jioni. Mimi sikuwa najuanga kuna sessions. I did not know that there was something like sessions. Deposited 800 bob, just ile time ya COVID. 800 bob. My trades, nikapiga trade hapo, nikajua asubuhi I'm going to wake up with like 100 G's hivi and something like that. Wapi? My 800 bob ikaoga. Because I even did not know about the sessions or anything. So, what I did, there is a person that he was actually my client, and he told me, oh, there is forex. Now that's in like I think 2021. He even guided me on how to open a broker. I was using I was using FXPesa. I used to deposit like $5 trading Euro USD. That's back in 2021. And then I did that for a while. I was making 2K there, 2K here, but I did not know much about it. I was just looking at the price. Where is the price? If the price is down, I just buy. If the price is up, I just sell. Something like that with just a little bit of basics. And when I was using Xness, I did not know even MT5 or MT4 existed. I was just using the interface, the broker's interface. And then, now in 2021, I decided, I'll learn this thing called Forex. And I started now learning Forex. And then the process, the guy told me, oh, Samiboy, I know you guys know Samiboy. Samiboy was selling a bot. It was actually a DeFast bot. He was selling it actually for 15,000. And then my client, let me just call him my friend because he became my friend actually. He told me, now let's contribute 7,500 so that you can actually buy the bot. And then I actually told him, oh, I don't have the money. And then after like a month or so, he came with the bot, and I had already created an account back in 2021. I remember it was around July. I actually created a demo account in Deriv. It's actually called binary.com back then. I had created an account there. And then 2022, remember it was I think on 17th, is when I made my first deposit and traded with the bot. It was actually trading DFAS. And then I realized when I changed the volatility, I was getting a higher payout. And I actually was trading even with $10. I did not know that the minimum limit is 0.35. I was trading with $10, and then I realized when I'm trading with $10, I'm only getting like $1. And then when I changed the volatility, I'm actually getting like almost $9.5. I did not know that when I was changing the volatility, it was changing the contract type from DFAST to rise and fall. And then I decided now, let me try and edit this bot. And since I was a developer, I became a developer actually. I started learning coding in 2017. I was around 17 years old. And then in 2019, I was somewhere. In 2021, I was already like intermediate in 2021. Then I decided now, let me modify this bot. I started modifying the bot, trying different contracts, and in the process, since I realized, rise and fall I was not trading digits. I started trading digits, I think, in 2024, I think. But back then, I was just trading now rise and fall. I was not trading digits because rise and fall was good. And then I was using the Forex knowledge to trade now rise and fall. I started learning the indicators, the RSI, kina MACD, and every time I learned a new indicator, now hii ndio inanitoa block. The EMA cross, now you try with different periods, uone gani na work vizuri. And it was working on the reef, haikuwa mbaya. Trading rise and fall, unaweka kitu kama 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, depending na vile chart inaenda. That's how we are actually learning derive. Hivyo pole pole tu, actually learning derive hivyo. And then asa ilikuanga you are in forex, derive forex, derive forex, derive. And then now I started trading even and odd kidogo kidogo back in 2022 I think, yeah. Kidogo kidogo even odd. And then I used to write the patterns on a book and then trying to decode the pattern. Nakaa hapo nikiangalianga chart nikiandikanga hizo pattern very fast. And then I realized, oh, do they have APIs? Let me check if they have APIs so that I can automate this. I actually started my first site in 2022 around May. I was actually in third year. Around May in 2022. I started my first site. And that site, it was my personal site. And then I decided to put it online so that I can actually access it when I'm not around my PC. And then later, that's how TiltTrader was actually born. But TiltTrader, I came up with TiltTrader in 2024, but it was just an improvement of the previous sites. Now, let's talk about profitability in Forex. What I realized and how you actually become profitable. You learn one thing, everything that's out here, every strategy that is shared, ukienda pale YouTube, everything strategy that is shared, everything that you learn, you realize that people have different strategies, they work for them. Now, to be profitable, you have to come up with your own version. Have some little faith in yourself. You know, sometimes I see you guys actually look at us mentors and see us differently, but we are just the same people. We were born the same way. It's just that you just learn from your mistake and have faith in your strategy. There is someone out there, maybe it's my follower or anybody watching, he is better than me in trading. But hana faith, they don't have faith in themselves. Sama hajiamini. But you need to have that faith in yourself. Sia tukiona a person has their own strategy and now you think, my strategy is not good. Stick to that strategy of yours. Stick to that strategy that you have. And that's how you become profitable. Combine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things and you will understand that it will work out for you. And stay in the charts. Kakwa charts. Just look. It is in doing. They used to tell us, our math teacher used to tell us, it is in doing. For you to get a good grade in maths, you have to do math every now and then. The same actually applies to trading. Just start doing it. Just do it. Like, you just have to do it. Start trading. Just trade, even deposit even $10 and try a cent account. If the Ireland money is at stake, you realize that you learn a lot from that. You just have to start doing and do what works for you. Si mtu akikuja amekwambia, today order flow works better than your support and resistance strategy or your trend following or your trend line strategy. If your strategy is giving you money, don't mess with it. Just find ways to improve it. You yourself. Even if you are looking for other strategies for improvement, still you have your main strategy, still work on it. And that's how actually you become profitable. You learn from all these people, all those mentors, YouTube, everywhere. You learn from them to come up with your own strategy, and that's how you actually become profitable. I might be telling you, you should be trading over 6 because for derivative, just trade over 6. Let's say for Forex, trade only gold. Maybe you trade only gold with JPP, JPY, with Euro USD, maybe you trade those or Nasdaq. But if those work for you, just stick to them. For example, for me, over 6 works for me perfectly. It just works perfect for me. It just works perfect for me. So just stick to that. Anyway, guys, see you in the next video.